So I think it's like 6 o'clock at night.
It is.
And Jeff just decided he's going to cut hay.
When is the better time to do it?
Well, we're supposed to have a heat wave, so I was told that we were going to be putting it off, but apparently the weather has shifted a little and it's not supposed to be as hot. And so
Nope.
crazy guy is going to go cut hay right now. So
Look at that hand holding a beer. Ryan's helping.
Ryan's helping.
And this is how we can accomplish these things, is because our good friend Ryan shows up and helps with the
And
heavy
helps
lifting
fix
and some of the planning.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, that's a fact.
So anyway, okay, so stay tuned. He's climbing on in. I guess we're going to have to detach the hay wagon and drop it somewhere.
I already detached it. I jacked it up, pulled the PTO shaft, and got the position and pulled the hitch pin out of it.
Holy cow, you were only out here for like 4 minutes.
No, but I'm on a mission. So I was
Jeez.
hustling.
Your leg's on a mission too, look at that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the deal is my original goal for this week was to mow starting this morning, which is Tuesday. But when we looked at the weather forecast, and it was going to be, so I was hoping to create and pick up bales on Saturday, but one weather forecast we looked at had it being over 100 degrees or around 100 degrees on Saturday. And so all of our help kind of said, 100 degrees? I don't think so. And
Yeah,
so,
weird. I wonder why they would do that.
so we planned, we decided, well, maybe we'll wait another week. And so now the weather forecast shows like about 80 on Saturday instead. And so here it is, 6 p.m. on Tuesday. So instead of Tuesday morning, it's Tuesday evening. Instead of dinner, we're gonna go cut some grass. So as soon as I get myself poured into here, turn on the air conditioning.
You're kind of cool.
So Ryan's here, which is awesome. So, like I said, I got the bale wagon disconnected. I'm gonna run down and get this fueled. We're at about a quarter tank, and that's just not gonna get us anywhere. So we're gonna run down and fuel this up, run back up here, and we're gonna hook up to the Heston 1014, which we've never used. It's a dilapidated piece of equipment that sat around Ryan's place. He gave up on it because he got tired of it plugging up, but you know, he was mowing pretty heavy grass with it, and this is second cut, so maybe it'll be better. I just want to try it because it's 14 feet wide, whereas our disc mower, which our disc mower is awesome, is only 8 feet wide. And if I can, you know, almost double the width that we're cutting, well, gosh, do the math. It cuts the mowing time almost in half, right? So that's what I want to do.
Here he comes to the fuel tank. He is on a mission. Gosh, he just loves this stuff. He's crazy, but I love him. So we're fueling it up.
Fueling it up.
Can you tell us why your legs do the crazy, crazy shake?
I wish I could. I can't remember what the term for it is, but you know, it has to do with the spasticity in my body because of the spinal cord injury, right? I don't know what to tell you. There's oh boy.
So that's our nameless
Let's talk about that
friend.
instead. All right, you hear the beeping? You can use the beeping to follow your fueling.
Anyway, back to that.
Yeah, so I don't really know technically the term for it or why it does it, but it's gotten worse over time. So just part of the deal, right? We just do
So
it.
inevitably, every time we go to use our equipment, there's a low or flat tire. Every time. So today's no exception. We're trying to hurry, and here we have, well, a pretty low tire. So one of these days we'll walk you around to all the vehicles and how many flat tires are out here. That's fun.
Ryan's gonna patch it. Plug it.
That nail.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See that sucker?
Look at that.
Happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Can you grab Ryan
all the
tire
time.
plug kit?
Okay, so here is the tire repair kit, and I don't know a whole lot about it, but Jeff has had this kit for like a bazillion years, and it has all these cool stuff, all these cool things in there. Okay, so Ryan is fixing the tire. Cool.
Fit on you?
Yeah. Well,
Shoot.
put it back in. Hell,
Yeah, it'll be fine.
it was plugged. Why'd we take something out to replug it?
Okay.
Boy.
So what's the point of the boring tool?
To make room for the plug to go in.
Okay.
You should be able to just pull it in and out. Just like when Roadrunner is setting off an explosion on the Coyote, he pushes down on the plunger just like that.
And I'm just using one, right?
Yep.
Do I use the blackjack lube?
Yep.
I do?
Yep.
I haven't done that before.
Okay, put the worm on the tool.
Put that right there.
Yeah, throw that down there.
Is how I'm supposed to do it?
It is.
Sorry.
That's okay.
What's that hissing noise?
So you're getting them over.
Yeah. Pull it through to halfway, as you might imagine. And then just shove it, just kind of shove it in there and wiggle it around a little bit. That way you keep that stuff off your hands, you know, you don't get yourself all greasy. Yep, great.
Think that's good enough?
Yeah, I think that's basically just Vaseline probably. It's kind of what it feels
Looks
like.
like it.
Okay.
Just gives a little bit of lube going into the tire.
Okay.
And we just grab it.
When you shove it basically all the way in, and then when you pull it out, it releases it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then normally we trim those little
Oh, it's optional.
ends off, but they're barely sticking up, really. I would
Perfect.
leave them.
Perfect. Should we check and should we spin the tire real quick and see how many more there are?
Oh, good Lord. That one.
2, 3. 3 more.
Okay.
We'll do them.
Are we doing them?
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
There, he's got it figured out. This is such a quick way to fix tires.
Super hot out here.
And this is a really quick way to fix tires once you figure it out. And I think I've had this set since the 80s. I got it when I first started as my first mechanic job working in a dealership. Somehow I don't know, won this kit or bought this kit. I won this kit for something. I don't remember what. But yeah, I never really needed it till we came out here to the farm and nails fall off all these darn old roofs and we're always fixing tires.
We are always fixing
Always
tires.
fixing tires. Or always should be fixing tires. Apparently we've postponed some fixes here, so Ryan's paying the price for stopping by.
We're always airing tires.
That's a fact.
Here we have Ryan hooking up the Heston swather, and there's 3 hydraulic hoses that he has to get hooked up in the right order for them to function correctly. There's a large hydraulic pump. There it is right there. And that is very heavy. So that's something that I am not able to hook up or unhook because of its weight. So Ryan's getting it all switched out for us, which we obviously appreciate. There's a lot of things we couldn't do without him.
headed back up to the house. The sickle bar mower broke. There's an arm that comes down that goes back and forth like this real quick to make the saw blades, the teeth on the sickle bar go like this, and the linkage broke off at the bottom, so the mower teeth aren't moving at all. It's just yeah, it's just doing nothing. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna have Ryan take a quick look at it. Probably end up just switching to my other mower, just hit the disc mower and go. And yeah, I like the big wide cut on this, and I like how it windrows it for you. But it also tends to plug up pretty often. I don't really think I got to show that on camera, but the teeth will pick up a little bit of debris off the ground, and then instead of cutting the grass in that particular area where the teeth picked up the debris, it will just lay the grass down. And so you'll look behind you and you'll see that you missed, I don't know, 10 or 12 or 15 feet of grass in one spot. You stop and you can back up with the sickle on the ground, and you can drag the debris out of the teeth sometimes. You know, it just slows the operation down a bit. I mean, I like being 14 feet wide. I think that's great. And now we tried this out. We exposed a weakness. We'll fix it, but probably won't fix it tonight. I'm gonna guess we're just gonna switch mowers tonight and keep right on trucking. So we'll see though. I'll have Ryan look at it.
So as you saw, the equipment that we're using is, well, pretty old, and unfortunately it broke pretty early on into the cutting. So Jeff is on his way. He should be pulling up behind me in just a minute to swap out with a different mower that he has. It's not going to cut the grass as fast, but it is going to cut it, and we're happy that we have a different mower to use, so that's awesome. Anyway, so we're gonna get it switched out. Ryan's coming back down to help us do that because as you saw, there's a big giant pump on this mower, and it's just too much for me. I'm little, and so I can do a lot of it, but not all of it. So bless his heart, Ryan's back here to help us hook this one up. Actually, I believe that I have hooked this mower up before, so I can do it, but what I couldn't do was unhook the other mower. So it's good to have friends that live close by. It's so beautiful out, so nice. It's a warm evening, and over my shoulder you can see a light out there. It's about 9:30, and that's Jeff mowing some hay, and he's a bit sore, getting beat up a lot. There's a lot of molehills out here, so you can see the dust flying in some of our other video, and just really proud of him. He's a hard worker and living it. Just no matter what, he's living it.
It's about 12:30 at night. I just got refueled. Georgia was nice enough to get out of bed and come out and fuel me because I burned a whole tank of fuel mowing. It's obviously completely dark out, so I can't tell exactly what percentage I have completed. I'm sure it's more than half of this piece, but I have quite a bit to go still, and been out there playing headlight tag with a coyote for a while, and some other pair of eyes I saw in the grass somewhere. I don't know what it was, but there's a few critters out. Keeps it entertaining, and I'm gonna get back to it. Almost 5:30 in the morning. I've been mowing all through the night. I just emptied my second tank of fuel, and I'm still not quite done. I can't quite bring myself to ask Georgia to come down here and fuel me up again so I can keep going. And honestly, I could probably use a break. I mean, it's been 9.5 hours, close to 10 hours. So I guess I'll finish cutting this later, the part that I didn't get done, and then I'll have to ted it out this afternoon too. So anyway, work's not quite done, but I put in a full night. Good morning. After a little bit of a rest, a shower, refueling the tractor, I'm ready to go back out here and finish what I didn't get done before I had to quit this morning, out of fuel, if you recall. So I also used up my audiobook, man. I couldn't keep mowing once my audiobook was done, although I did for a little while, but yeah, I used up my audiobook. So downloading a new audiobook, gonna get that cooking, and I'm gonna get the rest of this mowed. I think Georgia might do me a solid and do the tedding for me later, so I don't have to spend a whole bunch more time in the tractor. I got a lot of hours in it today, so later when she gets home, I think she'll probably ted it out. I think she'll enjoy that. So all right, I'm going to enjoy a little bit of my coffee and go do some more cutting. Well, that's a wrap. 15 and a half hours total to mow all of this. I don't know how well you can see it, but I'm giving her a shot. There's a little more that the camera won't quite twist to. I think it's probably about 40 acres. And doing it with the little 8-foot mower, and as slow as I have to go on this rough terrain, sure takes time. And on top of that, I don't know, it's got to be in the 90s outside, and my air conditioning isn't really very effective at this temperature apparently. It's hot in here. I can't wait to get some nice cool water to drink. I have some water in here, but it's super warm at this point. Anyway, so that's it for the cutting of this. So we've done this 40-acre piece. There's another piece, I think a little bit bigger, on the other side of the bar road that we'll hopefully do after this one's all packaged up. But that concludes the cutting of this piece for second cut for the year. And the next thing we'll be doing is tedding it, raking it, and baling it. And we'll cover that too.